Hey guys, so today is Sunday, the 26th, and it's like what 9:21 at nighttime. I feel like today is really dragging and the time just forever slow. Um, I pretty much like slept all day, came home really late, like 2 o'clock this morning. I finally went out with my friend. The complicated one, but every time we hang out, it's just amazing. Had a great time, had a lot to drink, which I really needed. And the last time I had a good drink was with him, probably like a month ago. And him and I go around in circles, but it was also his birthday, which he denies. But I made it feel special, and I'm sure he's thankful of that because I don't think a lot of people in his life even remembered his birthday, and I've been making it memorable, memorable every year just because he's been there for me, even though he pissed me off so many times. But he's been there for my birthdays also since I've been in Ohio, and no one has besides him. So, but yeah, it was just good, and I've complained since I've been here, like I don't have real friends, and when I meet people they are not what they seem to be, and I cut them out. Like, I don't have any girlfriends to hang out with. And of course, he's been the only guy in my life. So, and friend. But anyway, it's just been crazy with work. It's so toxic, and I explained to you guys it's such a toxic environment when three members have left the job because of the same reasons. I've complained to HR with detailed information, pages and pages from me, as well as documentation from me and the girls that have left this practice over the same issue. The nurse that's been harassing me, very confrontational, always challenging me, and it doesn't seem like she does it to other people. And it seems that I'm always getting written up over little things, which everybody makes mistakes on, like accidentally, writing the incorrect date of birth, which is bad when you're in a medical practice, but it happens. Um, but it's not as if I gave the wrong injection, which I've never have before, and or missing like one letter in the name, because it just happens no matter how careful you are. Those little things happen, and I know I'm not the only one that does it, and it's so hard for me to explain to you guys every single detail of what's been going on and what has happened to me. But like, for example, the date of birth stuff, we have clinic every Thursday and we see a lot of patients, and I work for a surgeon, have in mind. So we prep patients for upcoming surgery and follow up patients after surgery. So pre and post op patients. So like we collect urine samples, stuff like that. The other girl who handles that now every week. Some days there's correct stuff, and some days it's like most of the patient's wrong dates, or she's missing patient specimen cups and stuff, and wrong date of birth, wrong spelling, and I'm busy on clinic day. On top of having to be careful doing my part, I have to fix her shit because she's like nowhere to be found. Stuff like that. But then it's like I get caught with those little things and I get written up. They don't. And I hate to bring up like the race card, but I'm always getting written up. Have in mind I'm Asian. Everyone else is Caucasian at my office, and pretty much everybody at the hospital, and it's just where I live in. My other coworker who has been a secretary executive for the surgeon I work for over 10 years. They came from another hospital to this hospital, and they're like competitive with each other. But anyway, she has been working for him for over 10 years, and she had it. She was going through the same shit as I was, and she's in her 50s, to the point that it was so toxic it made her ill, which I am so ill. Throwing up in the morning, depressed, anxiety, stuttering when I talk to people there now because you're always getting blamed for some shit you didn't even do and always being accused, always being harassed, always being confronted by the same nurse. But she left the practice and she got written up a few times too for speaking up and being honest, and now I'm the only one that's left here. So I have been to an interview with the other competitive hospital. If you live in Ohio, I got an interview with Ohio State University, and they're hard to get in also, except I gone through the first process with the phone interview. I think that's how they do it over there. Spoke to the HR. She didn't even ask me any interview questions, just simple ones. But it got forwarded to the place that was hiring, and the lady has been trying to reach me, but every time she calls, I'm busy. And by the time I reach her back, it goes to voicemails. Except the second call, when I got from her, same shit happened. I called her. She actually left two different numbers, left a message, still nothing. So I'm like, so then I started applying to more locations within my hospital that I work for because we have a lot. It's like a major hospital in Ohio, and very hard to get in as well. So it's kind of nice that once you get into this hospital, if you want to transfer, you can. So I got an interview tomorrow at a different facility, still closer to where I live, but going towards the opposite direction to where I work now. It's a fine practice, so I'll be back with regular patients and family medicine, kids to adults. So I'm kind of nervous just because having been so traumatized with the last job and then this job, I feel like I lost my self esteem. And when you're always blamed all the time at a job over and over again, when you know you're doing it right and you always have to fight for it, it's to a point like you're worthless, you don't know anything. On top of it, it's like, I come home, I have similar situation, except I can hide away from it and hide in my room, and I can't do that at work because I don't have that relationship with my mom, and we just clash, and it hurts to come home to more of a negative atmosphere and coming from a crappy ass atmosphere at work. So those things really mess me up bad the last 2 years, I would say. Like, it was already enough of my last job. And it's so sad because when you're put in that position, like I say, your self esteem is really bad. You feel worthless. You feel like you can't do shit. You stutter. You're nervous. I developed a very deep depression, anxiety, bipolar, of course. And the weather here doesn't help. And being alone here doesn't help. No matter how much you try to make an effort, it's just nerve wracking. It's so toxic, and I go see my counselor to better myself, feel like something's wrong with me, that I did something wrong, and you just lose it. You lose all your skills, stuff like that. And now I'm nervous about starting over to a new place, hoping that it won't happen again, or thinking like I'm just gonna screw up at this new place and I'll be fired. Because if I get fired from this place, it is bad. It's like getting kicked off from a very prestigious school or something like that. And it's one of the major hospitals here in Ohio. So I'm stressed out, but it's so sad because I've Googled, I researched, I watched videos on YouTube, and so many people have been harassed and bullied at these big corporate companies who hire managers who are typically women, and they do this to you. They mold us managers into a certain way. They all sound the same. They all talk the same. They treat you the same way, and they can't help you. And I already knew that HR wouldn't help me anyway. And of course, the lady with the bigger degree will win, no matter how much detailed information I have and how much she has abused me and confront me and harassed me and made me cry. They can't really do anything about it. So I'm just I have no words. I'm so depressed. Like you can tell by my voice sometimes. And that was the reason, some of the reasons why I just don't have the energy or motivation to get back to work, not to work, to the gym. Like, I'm just so miserable. And honestly, yesterday, I haven't felt happy or comfortable in a long time just because whenever I'm around my friend, him, it just feels okay, just relaxed and fun, and no one else can make me feel that way. And I actually had makeup on and felt pretty and stuff, even though I gained so much weight. So I haven't looked like this in a long time. Even though I woke up this morning not taking a shower or anything, my makeup is still kind of on, so it felt kind of nice. Mm. Yeah, so I didn't do any clips or anything, so just one vlog. Um, my eating was just okay. Friday was the first day I went out to the cafeteria and got food, but all the other days I've been eating the stuff I bought, the vegetables, lunch I made. So that was a good thing. Yesterday, lots of alcohol and Red Bull, of course, and sushi rolls, and I went to Burger King, didn't finish it, or some curly fries, pulled pork, nasty, didn't even finish that, a waste of money, but I ate bad, and I ordered some cake for him because his birthday was on the 24th. So, yeah. And I believe the high cholesterol is definitely affecting me too because that could be why I'm feeling so, like, tired and just out of it and just feeling icky inside, all this fat inside me. But again, I chose what goes into my mouth, bad foods. But, I have an interview tomorrow at 4 o'clock. I get to leave early. It's kind of sad to know that your office manager is willing to help me get out because even though she writes you up, she knows that I'm going through hell and like I'm not making this shit up. Except she can't do anything about it. And another sad thing is that she's been through the same shit at her last place. That's why she transferred here. And she said she cried and was miserable, and yet she can't help me out when I don't get it. I feel like there's discrimination involved with this particular office. I don't know, but it sucks that this crazy psycho nurse wins. Like, I know I'm miserable in my life outside of work. I'm not happy with life and stuff, but I don't make people feel like shit, make them cry, have them go through depression, cause anxiety, because all of this person, I've developed that. Like, I thought I was depressed in my last job. This place is like 100% more. So it's crazy how people go through this shit, and videos that I have watched, people have been bullied and harassed. People older than me, like I'm an adult, and people in their 50s have gone through this in schools, in hospitals, and other corporate companies. It's sad. I wish there was a law. Maybe there is. I've been trying to look. I want to file a complaint to somebody. I don't know who to go to. Besides HR, they won't do shit except for me to move on. But it sucks because why, and I mentioned this to HR, why do I have to move out and get out of a job that I love because of this person? I love to do the things I do there, but the people there are toxic. And the new people that came in are just attitude. Everyone clashes in there. Even when I don't say anything, I keep quiet, I no longer give attitude, I don't talk back, I let things go. These people keeps pushing me. And then all of a sudden I'm the one giving attitude. It's like to the point I have to speak up, I have to stand up, I have to say something back too. But I'm always the one that's getting in trouble. And it makes me think like I'm the crazy one. But I've talked to a few people and they're like they've gone through it, and it makes me feel better, but what's going on is not cool, is not right. It kills your soul, your spirit. just not looking forward to go to work every morning, I cringed. That's why I can't sleep sometimes. I go online, I YouTube, I cry, I have nightmares. Stuff like that is so sad. I question myself because I've got lucky. Where I used to work before back home in Cali, was there for over 9 years, and big office, hella staff members. Of course, there's the usual like rumors and stuff like that, but I got along with everybody. Things that went kind of clashy, we all talked it out. Everything was fine. No one cried. No one had anxiety. No one stressed. Everyone respected each other. There were a few like evil doctors, but I worked my way up for them to respect me, and they knew and trusted me after getting to know me for a while. And but it was never toxic. It was never toxic. I feel like a lot of people here in Ohio just are so bipolar, got issues, and so miserable, whatever the fuck they're dealing with outside of work, make people like me feel like shit all the time on purpose. It's what makes them feel better. And I'm only saying this because I've experienced it too many times here, having lived here for almost 4 years. So yeah. But I have a talk with HR tomorrow. I should have started writing stuff up. I want to talk to her and tell her, but I'm so tired. I explained in detail, and I don't know what else to say to them. But get me the fuck out of here. I need a transfer and move on, and they can win. So, even for my interview, I've been through so many interviews to the point I don't really prep anymore, which I should kind of, but I'm already used to the questions that they ask me, and I'm pretty confident. I usually say the same thing or switch some words, but I've done this medical assisting too long, so I have confidence, but at the same time, I'm like, I should feel nervous, even though right now I'm not, but I already print out a new set of resume and cover letter just in case. I usually bring that with me, but I need all the support and prayers. Yeah, so I hope everyone have a great week, and I hope I get through this week so I can relax again. I feel like every time the weekend comes, I just never do get my rest because I'm always preparing or prepping or going through stuff. I just don't know when I can have that break or be happy or just enjoy life again like I used to. Like even when I was like struggling back in Cali, I was really happy. Like I go through ups and downs, but it was never a deep depression to the point sometimes I have suicidal thoughts, and that's sad. That's sad to say, but I'm not gonna kill myself even though I still think about I just should end it. Yeah, I'm gonna stop now. I really honestly don't know when I can get back to the gym. Like it's when I feel okay, I feel happy, and I'm not stressed like that, then I can get myself to have the energy to be motivated, to be happy to go to the gym. So my body is just not ready to get out there and work out. Just having to do this whole job thing is stressing me because financially it could ruin me, and it's hard. It's stressful. But let me know if you guys have been bullied or harassed at a job and you have been there for years and years until the point you have to leave. Comment below how you dealt with it, what you did. Even if you left to another job, let me know. At least it gives me that sense of, okay, like I'm not alone, even though I know, but it just feels better to know that you out there have been through the same issue and that I'm not crazy and it's not me, it is them. So probably gonna get ready to go to bed or prep for my interview and stuff like that. So that's what's been going on with me. Thank you again to all the subscribers, support, comments, and thank you to Jules, my new buddy. Been texting each other and I really appreciate it, even though I haven't met you or known you in person, which I hope one day. Yeah, she honestly, the last few days, make me feel okay. So it's nice to know that people out there in the World Wide Web care. So, yay. Alright, everybody have a great week. Rate, comment, subscribe, and thank you. Heart. Bye.